Hi, you're welcome to the very first episode of Making It Count Legal Accounting Made Easy with Benji. My name is Benjamin Affair, and I'm going to be your facilitator throughout this course. So, this course has been designed based on an understanding of the certain pain points for students of the Ghana School of Law, especially when it comes to the course of legal accounting. As we know, a lot of lawyers, unfortunately, do not necessarily like mathematics or are exposed to any basics or fundamentals of accounting. Hence, the intention to solve a problem that is really bedeviling a number of us. I, Benjamin Ofeado, your course facilitator throughout this course, I hold a bachelor's degree in economics with honors. I am also a chartered accountant with membership of the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants UK, that's the ACCA UK, as well as a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants, Ghana. I also hold an MBA in finance, and just like you, I am a student of the law. I hold an LLP, and currently, at the time of recording this video, I am a student of the Ghana School of Law. This means that I understand your pain studying legal accounting in the Ghana School of Law. But also, fortunately, I am equipped with the knowledge and skills relevant to the subject matter. And so, we are going to be doing this together. The course has been structured in such a way, taking cognizance of the course manual for legal accounting when it comes to the Ghana School of Law. And so we are going to be having the course in this structure. It has been put into 6 different clusters. The first will be introduced to concepts under the foundations of accounting. Then we'll be looking at recording transactions. Subsequently, the third cluster will be looking at financial statements and adjustments. And then we'll move to the fourth cluster, which will be looking at some advanced accounting topics. We'll then take the fifth cluster, which takes care of financial analysis. And then finally, the sixth cluster will be looking at some practical applications. This structure has been developed based on an understanding of what the various topics in the course manual are and how they can flow reasonably such that each subsequent topic builds on the previous topic so that you can continually add to your knowledge topic after topic. Now let's look at the various clusters and the various topics that will be captured under them. For cluster 1, which will be looking at foundations of accounting, we'll be looking at what accounting is and who uses accounting information. Then we'll be introduced to financial statements, and then in the next lesson, we'll be looking at accounting concepts. We'll subsequently be introduced to the accounting equation and also the accounting cycle. Then we'll spend some time to understand specifically a statement of financial position. That will wrap up the foundations of accounting cluster. We'll then move to the second cluster where we'll be looking at recording transactions. We'll be introduced to the concept of inventory and also capital and revenue expenses. We'll then learn about the double entry system, which is required for recording financial transactions or accounting transactions. We'll then look at the books of accounts, and then finally, under this cluster, we'll be looking at cash books and bank reconciliations. That will take us to the third cluster, which is financial statements and adjustments. And under this cluster, we'll be looking at the trial balance and various errors. Then we'll take a look at the financial statements of a sole trader, after which we will now be looking at the concepts of accruals and prepayments. Then we'll spend some time to look at the all-important topic of depreciation and accumulated depreciation. We'll also move on to look at bad debts and provision for bad debts. That is going to be the final topic for Cluster 3. Then we'll move on to Cluster 4, where we'll be looking at advanced accounting topics. Here, we'll be looking at partnership accounts. Most law firms, as you know, are registered as partnerships. So we'll be looking at partnership accounts. Then we'll look at a very important concept known as goodwill and also the revaluation of assets. We'll then spend some time specifically looking at the accounts of companies, limited liability companies, and the other types of companies. Then very finally, analyst cluster, we'll be looking at the financial statements of companies. We'll be getting very close to the end, but then that will be taking us to cluster 5. So here, cluster 5, we'll be looking at financial analysis and accounting specifically applicable to the legal practice, what you call legal accounting. Under this cluster, we'll be looking at financial analysis, where we'll be learning about various financial ratios for assessing the performance of companies. Then we'll be looking at solicitors' accounts, the accounts of lawyers as stipulated by law. Finally, under this cluster, we'll be looking at that all-important concept known as auditing. This will wrap up cluster 5. And then in cluster 6, we'll spend some time to look at some practical concepts and their applications as far as accounting is concerned. Here, we'll do a recap as well of some of the salient topics that would have covered during the series. So this is the structure of the course that would be taken. At this point, you may be asking yourself, why do I even need to study accounting as a student lawyer? Well, by the provisions of Rule 27 of the Legal Professions Rules of 2020, LI 2423, there are certain things that ought to be complied with when it comes to the accounts of a lawyer or a law firm. Also, when you look at Part 7 of the Legal Professions Act of 1960, that's Act 32, there are also stipulations around accounts of law firms as well as accountants. And there are penalties for non-compliance. When you study accounting, it will help you to be able to comply with these provisions so you don't fall into defaults, hence not drawing penalties onto yourself. Also, lawyers would have to, at one point or the other, cross-examine or have to make negotiations with finance professionals on behalf of their clients. It is therefore very necessary for lawyers to have a certain basic appreciation of accounting or accounting information and its rudiments to be able to effectively carry out cross-examinations of parties, be they plaintiffs or defendants or even witnesses, to be able to get the best out of their engagement in the cross-examination for their clients, be they in civil suits or criminal suits. A lawyer also becomes a manager of the firm when he becomes the managing partner or rises through the ranks in a firm. Such a person would require necessary skills to be able to manage the finances of such a firm. So, it becomes very necessary for the lawyer to study and appreciate accounting. Also, when it comes to the management of law firms, there are certain peculiar accounting requirements when it comes to issues like partnerships, partnership accounting, in the realms of, for instance, how to treat goodwill, or when it comes to the admission of new partners into the firm, or even the resignation or death of partners. While having good understanding of legal accounting especially partnership accounting, will help you to better navigate this terrain. It is said that for you as a business, if you want to enter into any jurisdiction, first talk to a lawyer. A lawyer becomes a primary advisor for any business person or investor wanting to enter into any economy. What that means is it's very important for you as a lawyer to have the requisite knowledge and skill as far as financial transactions and accounting is concerned. So, legal accounting will just put you at the right place to be able to offer the best of investment advice to your clients. Also, per the Companies Act of 2019, Act 992, one of the key functions of a lawyer is to be the company secretary. And as the company secretary, you are the principal legal advisor to the company. So, if you are serving as a company secretary, sitting in board meetings where various financial statements are presented, not having understanding of these financial statements and what their meaning is going to create problems for you. It is therefore very important as a lawyer to have a firm understanding of what financial statements mean, be able to analyze and interpret them, the various ratios thereof, and what that portends for the organization. This would afford you the relevant skills to be able to appreciate financial statements, analyze them, understand the ratios, to appreciate what those portend for the fortunes of the business, and you also to be able to properly execute your duties. That's your role as company secretary. So you see, there are a number of reasons why you cannot afford not to know nor do well when it comes to legal accounting. Maybe the last one that was not mentioned. You need to pass your exam. That's why you need to learn. So take legal accounting very seriously. This takes me to the approach and also the expectations for this. By way of approach, each episode is going to be a short video, mostly not more than 30 minutes, just so that you can spend just enough time on a daily basis studying something accounting. Unlike other courses, accounting has got to do with math. And as it is with all math-oriented courses, it is only learned not through reading, but through practice. And so for every day, the expectation is that you'd spend some time on an episode and practice it after you have watched it, or even during the course of you watching it. So that is going to be the approach. And the expectation is that you are going to spend time every day to go through at least one of such topics. So this is going to be Making It Count, Legal Accounting Made Easy with Benji. My name is Benjamin Ofero. Let's meet on the next one.